UFC 291 will be one of the most highly anticipated events of the year. The main event features an exciting fight between Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. Jones is the odds-on favorite to win the fight, but Gustafsson has the skills to pull off an upset. Many other fights are on tap for the card, providing plenty of action for fans. Thiago Santos is an early favorite to win his fight against Aleksandar Rakic, while Jessica Andrade is the odds-on favorite in her match against Valentina Shevchenko. The co-main event features Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic in a rematch of their epic 5-round battle. Cormier is the favorite this time, but Miocic will be looking for revenge. Other top-of-the-card fights include Yoel Romero vs Paulo Costa, Alistair Overeem vs Alexei Oleinik, Renato Barão vs Mario Bautista, and co-main event rematch between Anthony Pettis and Donald Cerrone. There are some sleeper matchups on the main card, as well. Yoel Romero vs Paulo Costa and Ariel Helwani is sure to be an entertaining fight, and the rematch between Anthony Pettis and Donald Cerrone could provide fireworks. Aside from the main card, there is plenty of action from the preliminary card. The heavyweight matchup between Justin Ledet and William Knight should be a barn-burner, and the lightweight battle between Matt Frevola and Roosevelt Roberts promises to be one to watch. As always, the undercard fights can produce some surprising results. Frank Mir is an early favorite in his fight against Mark Godbeer, and lightweights Albert Morales and Zhang Lipeng could be in for an exciting matchup. UFC 291 will be an event that fans won't want to miss. With such an exciting card of fights lined up, it should be one of the most talked about events of the year. While the main event is likely to be the most talked about fight of the night, there are plenty of other fights that could be just as exciting. The co-main event rematch between Cormier and Miocic could go down in history as one of the greatest matchups in UFC history. In terms of sleeper matchups, the heavyweight fight between Ledet and Knight could produce fireworks, and the lighter battle between Frevola and Roberts could be an entertaining watch. Another matchup to look out for is the bantamweight bout between Mir and Godbeer. Mir is the favorite and will be looking to show his experience in the Octagon. Ariel Helwani vs Yoel Romero is sure to produce some intense action as Helwani looks to use his speed and technical skill to get the win. The fans could be in for an upset when two of the undercard matchups take place. Albert Morales has the potential to upset Zhang Lipeng, and Mario Bautista could be a wild card against Renato Barão. The featherweight matchup between Renato Carneiro and Alfred Kashakin will also be interesting, with Kashakin looking to prove his superiority. Many of the fights on the undercard have the potential to be very competitive, making them an important part of making UFC 291 a memorable event. Jessica Andrade has a tough test in her bout against Shevchenko. However, she is the favorite and her speed and power could be the difference in this match. The main card showdown between Aleksandar Rakic and Thiago Santos could also be a great watch. Both fighters are evenly matched and both have a real chance of getting the win. The lightweight matchup between Clay Guida and Jim Miller will be a fan favorite. Both fighters have a lot of experience and will be looking to show why they are two of the best fighters in the UFC. Another fight that could be a true showstopper is the fight between Jussier Formiga and Brandon Moreno. Both men are technical fighters and both look to have the skills to do well in the octagon. The main card will also feature a matchup between heavyweight standouts Francis Ngannou and Junior Dos Santos. This could be another intense fight as Ngannou looks to build on his impressive knockout streak. The final two main card fights will be between lightweights Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway, and welterweights Robbie Lawler and Rory MacDonald. Both fights could be close, and it should be a thrilling night of fights in Las Vegas. Overall, UFC 291 will be a spectacular event from start to finish. With an impressive lineup of fights, this could be one of the greatest events in UFC history. For the main card, Jon Jones vs Alexander Gustafsson should be an exciting fight. Jones is the favorite, but Gustafsson could surprise with his technical skill. Daniel Cormier vs Stipe Miocic could also be a fantastic fight. Cormier is the favorite, but Miocic will be out for revenge.